Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Trading Together. I'm Mel Gacee. Today is Friday, March the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Let's see if the market gives us a Friday the 13th attitude. So far, it is. If you are here this morning, I just want to welcome you and let you know that I appreciate you being here. Drop your name in the chat, say hello. Let's get to know each other. If you have questions or comments, this is the space for you. This is free. I day trade live. I analyze the market and I help traders of all levels. So if you are here and you want to learn or you just want to trade together with me, you're in the right place. And welcome. Drop your name in the chat. Okay, let's talk about our little Friday the 13th happening right now. We are getting a sell off after this is what we call a gap and crap. I didn't make it up. Don't blame me. It's called a gap and crap, meaning that we came into the morning with a gap up. So a gap up is when we see the market move overnight and we are up over yesterday's close of the day. Even down below yesterday's close, we call that gap down. Okay. Today we came into the morning with a big gap up over 30 points. And then we pushed a little bit. So let's take a look at this chart here. I'll show you. We pushed a bit at the open right here and then proceeded, boom, to fall down. And here's another boom level downside. And now we're negative. We're sitting at negative 14 points. That means we are 14 points below yesterday's close. We lost 700, which has been the zone to watch, to hold on to, right? They really tried yesterday to hold on to 6,700. They held it most of the afternoon. They really held. And then right at the close, they lost it. Well, then they jumped it up today with the gap up and recovered it, and then boom, lost it again. So we are getting a sell right now. I am going to load some puts here. This is a bit of an extended move, so I don't know how I feel about jumping in, but I am looking at 665 puts. I may or may not take them. We're certainly in a sell right now, but we've been selling for quite a while. One thing I don't like to do is sell the bottom, right? VIX jumped up to 27.1. It was down below 20. Right. Let's see. Where's our low? Right here is our low of day on the VIX, 24.6, and it has since climbed. Now, remember, the VIX is the volatility index. It is an index. Options out on the S&P 500 out into a month in advance. When the VIX is looking at these options, it's trying to gauge where market makers, people in general, are placing their orders, their options, right? If it looks out kind of into the future and it sees that there are a lot of people getting skittish, putting puts on, the VIX is going to climb. When the VIX climbs, that is an indication that the market is getting fearful, and with good reason, right? We've got geopolitical issues. We've got gas climbing. We have economic issues in the country. Labor doesn't look good. Inflation doesn't look good. There's good reason for the market to start to be skittish. And in my opinion, it's way overdue. We have been, in my opinion, in this AI tech-driven bubble for quite some time. That bubble is finally starting to pop, in my opinion. All right, Jeff is here. Good morning. Yikes, the market saw a ghost. Kind of looks that way, Jeff. Val Sundberg, good morning. Good to see you. And BD is here. Good morning. Been a great day so far. I'm with you, BD. I am already doing really well this morning. And I only took two trades this morning, but I also held a call overnight, which was very risky. But I had a feeling we might get a little relief bounce. Well, my practice when I hold trades overnight, if they are green in the morning, I am out. I don't mess around. I'm not trying to hold on or swing for the fences. That is not my style. If you know me at all, you know I'm not one to swing for the fences. I'm definitely one to take quick, short wins. One of my sayings is see green, take green. If you see that profit, take it. You'll help your win rate. All right. Andrew, good morning. Good to see you. Freaky Turkey is here. Good morning, Freaky. BD, I get the feeling that do I know you? I feel like I might know you, BD. Let me know if that's true. Okay. So we got a little bounce here at support. No surprise there. Where's our support, guys, on the SPX? 66.50. See these lines here? These have been in place for quite some time. This line right here is sitting at 66.50, and that is right where the SPX just bounced from. Now, could we consider calls here? Yes, we could, but there is weakness in the market. So I'm going to be cautious here. We do see the MACD rolling over. We did get a bounce at 66.50. Could we consider calls? I am considering them. We also need to recover this low of day from yesterday. And so far, that's not a thing. Hasn't happened yet. All right. BD took one trade, a 670 put, in at 220, out at 550. I guess you're done for the day. Nice trade there, BD. Excellent. All right. So what I'm watching for here is a push up through this low of day from yesterday, a recovery. I'm a little leery right now with this heavy sell that we've gotten so far, but I will go ahead and look at calls. I'm going to look at the 665 level just to have them ready. I'm not going to get in right now because this feels weak to me. There is weakness so far. So no calls for me at the moment, but I am loaded. Now, let's see if we can beat this low of day. If we do that, I might jump in. Okay. Giving us a little strength here. Trying to get us back up to the flat line. And I call the flat line the place of yesterday's close. It is trying to push here. I'm tempted for this call. VIX giving us a small drop here. You can see it. Still giving us a push. 66, 67 on the SPX. Trying to recover the low of day. And it's doing it. It's Friday, so no give backs. You're right, BD. You are right. No give backs. You know they like to take it back, don't they? All right. I'm going to give this call, I think. I'm going to give this call a try. I am in. Punch it. And as BD says, no give backs today. I would agree with that. I'm going to go ahead and take a really tiny win here. I'm out. Punch it. I don't think it's much. Yeah, not much at all. Like 2%. I'm skittish on the counter trend trade, but let's see where we go from here. We're getting to the flat line, so let's see if we can recover that and keep moving up. All right, kind of stalling right here. If we come back down, I'm looking at puts here at the 665 level. I'm not in them. Just under its flat line, 3-4 points. Oh, there it goes. All right. We reclaim the flat line. We could consider calls. Let's see here. I'm just kind of, okay. Looks like it wants to keep running. I'm going to pivot back over to calls at 666. The devil's calls. 66.75 on the SPX. All right, I'm going to jump in these calls. I'm in. Punch it. $66.74. All right, I'm out. Punch it. Again, tiny win, probably 2%. BD, does TOS give you the ability to show the contract on a chart? No, yes and no. If I set limit orders, it will show where my limits are going to fill. But usually I'm trading with markets. All right. I'll wait for any calls, any subsequent calls, even though this may climb all the way back up. It could climb all the way back up. So I'm going to wait a minute and see. Let me zoom out a little and see what they are doing. What are they doing here today? Look at this. Look at this chart. It's a little bit of a mess, don't you think? Looks a little messy to me. All right, tempting me to take another trade. Might be a V day. Andrew 34. Nicely done, Andrew. I wouldn't take the trade just yet. It's given us a little slowdown, but let's see, what are they doing? Let's take a look. So here's our 15-minute chart. And our overnight did give us a V, didn't it? You see that? So BD talking about the V. We did get a V overnight. Came all the way down here to 66.38 on the ES. And then gave us this massive climb, made a new high for the night, for the day, at 67.37, and then immediately reversed. And now we're back down. Are we going to come down and test this overnight low? It's possible. What we did test and recover was the low of day from yesterday. So see, we came all the way back down, broke that low of day, gave it a bounce, and now we're just over the low of day, sitting right on our flat line. It is looking like it wants to come back down. I'm going to load puts here. The 667s. Not in them, just looking. We are back to that low of day. Let's see if we bounce here. I never like trading when the price is in the 666 range. I feel you, BD. The devil's options today. All right. So just testing the low of day right now. I'm not going to jump into anything at this point until that low gets tested or finishes testing. There we go. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. All right, so we're getting a little bounce here off of the low. Let's see if they follow through. And on the leaderboard, of course, Bitcoin has climbed today. It came up all the way to 74.2K. That's not a new high, but a very, it's been a long time since we've seen 74. And of course, then it got knocked back down to 72.9, 73. Still pretty nice recovery by Bitcoin. We need to get up over 75 to continue climbing. I think we will. But Bitcoin has begun to start decoupling from the market, which is interesting. I'm kind of watching how Bitcoin is responding to the market. All right, here we go. Back to our low of day. I am holding those 667 puts. I should probably look at the 666 puts. I'm going to do that. I'm going to look at 666 puts. And I'm just watching this low of day. Do you see how it's trying to hold it right in here? Just this blue line is the low of day. All right, there we go. Trying to break it now. Back negative below the close of yesterday. Are we coming back down? The Qs are down 0.1. We are down 0.1. Percent, that is. Little bounce on the VIX. Our bottom is kind of close though, so I'd have to be careful with puts here. All right, recovery of the low. Not losing it yet. $6669 on the SPX, 6670 basically. We'll go look at that daily chart here in a minute, and I'll show you the weakness that we are seeing right now. When you see it on the daily, it becomes more clear. All right, looks trying to hold. It's really trying to hold. There's a bounce. Meta down 2.8%. Broadcom down 2.4%. Oracle finally coming down after its meteoric push after earnings. Microsoft down 0.7%. Apple 0.6%. The mags as a whole, as an ETF, are down 0.6%. NVIDIA down 0.5%, Amazon down 0.3%. The only real Mag 7 stock in the green right now, two of them, Google and Tesla. Google up 0.4%, Tesla up 0.1%, basically at its flat line. Looks like oil's starting to climb back up a little here, right at its flat line. So we're just in a little bit of an indecision right here. What are we going to do? We're right at yesterday's close. Let me show you on the daily chart what that looks like. Oh, coming back down. Hold on. I'm going to look at puts here, the 666 puts. I'm not in. It's really all hinging on this blue line, this low of day. It's all going to depend on where we go from here. And I could pivot a couple more times. I'm sorry. Here it comes. MACD hasn't quite rolled over. All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump on the puts real quick. Punch it. I am in. I'm out. Punch it. That's 5%. That was a nice quick little win there. After those two little teeny tiny nothings. 5%. And again, I'm fast out of these because this is our current bottom. See it here? This is our current bottom. We could break it and continue down. There's a lot of weakness, but I never gamble that. I will take my quick wins all day long. There we go. VIX climbing again. Here's our low. Do you see it? Right here, right where my cursor is. There's the low. Let's see if they hold that. That low again is where? 6650 on the SPX. See this red line here? I got you in a trade, BD. 200 in, 250 out. Nice win there. Much nicer than mine. Congrats. So see our low right here. We came down at about 11 Eastern, touched this 6650 zone and bounced. We are right back there again. We break it this time. Our next stop is going to be 66.30. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, BD, congrats. Glad you're having a good day. I am as well. Really kind of still slowing. I mean, it's slowing down, but it's really pushing this bottom right here. I want to look at it on the daily so you see what I'm talking about. You'll see the weakness when we look at the daily chart. All right, look at that weakness. Ouch. That's not a happy chart. This is not a happy chart. Let me zoom in for you. So here is yesterday's close, right? Yesterday's candle, Thursday. Look at how red that is. We gapped down and boom, we closed at the low. That's very unhealthy. It's very bearish behavior. Today, we got this nice little gap up and the push up. And what happened? Boom, they said, nope. That is a gap and crap. It is a bull trap. So everyone who got all bullish this morning jumped in on their calls. And what did they do? They burned. Look at this. Take a look at what they did to the calls today. They're famous for this. We come into the day, they push it just a few points. Come on, everyone. Come on in. The water's fine. Buy some calls. We're moving up. And then what do? Boom. All the rest of the time, they've been pushing it down. Now, it doesn't mean they can't turn and go up, but this is pretty bearish at the moment. This is pretty negative. All right, do you see this support that we're sitting on right here that I'm talking about? 66.50. Where is the magnet? You guys remember? Right here. That 200 is a magnet pulling this price toward it. If the bulls don't get the let out and push this thing up, we are coming down to test the 200. And when we test and lose the 200, look out below. So this is our current low that needs to be tested right here at 66.35. That is only 20 points below us. This needs to get retested. This is a poor low, needs to get retested. So could we do that today? Absolutely. We're only down 0.25%. So that's only another 20 points down. We certainly could come down and test that today. It's a Friday. Sometimes people want to be done with their positions on Friday. So we could see a little bit more sell today. But the main idea, what I'm trying to show you here is just this weakness, weakness. Now, are we due for a relief bounce? Yes, we are absolutely due for some sort of a relief bounce. Doesn't mean we continue up and hit highs, although we could. Nothing says we can't turn from here, make this a temporary low and bounce up and go hit those highs. There's nothing that says that can't happen. It certainly can happen. I am inclined to think we will test the 200 before that happens, but I don't have to be right. I can still make money. If my big picture is wrong, I'm still making money because I'm trading what the charts are giving me every day. This morning, I was certainly bullish coming into the day with a gap up and then a push up, and I was bullish. I did not buy puts on this whole ride down. I didn't buy puts until later because I was feeling bullish, and the chart said, nope, we are not bullish. And so, you've got to trade like water. You've got to be willing to change your bias. You cannot sit and hold a position, especially the way we trade here with 0 days to expiration. You cannot sit and hold those positions. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Don't do that. I'm telling you, I take losing trades every single day. I trade 20, sometimes 30 times a day. You think all of those are winning trades? They are not. There are plenty of losers that I take every day, and I still close my days and my weeks green. Why is that? because I take the losses. So really, really important, guys. Make sure, especially when you trade 0 DTE, take your losses, please. Don't hold those. Don't hold those to 100% loss. All right. BD, looking at ES, S1 being at 66.47 looks like more downward action. Yeah, let's see ES. We're getting a little bump here, little teeny bump here at 66.50 again. This is where we pushed off before. See, got that little push here. We're just a hair below it right here, but it's 66.50 on the SPX. Little bump off of there. Let's see if we get a little bump here. Main idea being we're in a downward trend on the daily. That does not mean we don't get a bounce. That does not mean we don't climb. We can. Just remember where we are in the big picture. There's weakness, weak. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of huge weakness. Actually, even Monday was a pretty weak day, at least initially, right, with this low. And then, of course, they pulled it up hard, pulled it up real hard. And what did they do? Brought it right back down. What that, again, we've talked about this. This is a pattern that looks a lot like distribution, right? We are pushing it up and then selling it off, pushing it up, selling it off. So that's what's been happening all along, right? Pushing it up, selling it, pushing it, selling it, pushing it, selling it, pushing it, selling it. So that is the regime that we are in my opinion. Okay, let's get back to our daily. Let's go look at your 66.47 there, BD. Let's see what that looks like. Right in here. Right in here. And I don't disagree with you. It's right in line with the 66.50 zone on the SPX. So I'm right there with you. I don't disagree one bit. That could be a support. Okay. It is trying to hold, but look at it. Just teeny little candles, just by the skin of its teeth. It's trying to hold on. Not a strong look at all. Our volume and see. We could be making another. This level right here, I might consider puts again. Be looking at this point at the 665 puts. Not in them. Just looking to see if we break this zone right here. And usually when I say that, I don't mean just by a hair. I usually mean I want to see a solid break, 5, 10 points break. Okay, holding right now, holding. Little bounce. I'm going to pivot over to calls. 666 calls. Make that 665 calls. I'm not in them. I'm watching this candle. Any strength here at all? It's a counter trend trade if I took it. So, you know, I'm skittish on these. I don't like counter trend trades as much as I like following the trend. A little bit of a downward move on the VIX. Yeah, no strength so far on this push. Got a nice little pushing candle here, but no follow through. But we are still trying to hold this bottom. Let's see if we break it. If we break it, I'm pivoting back over to puts, guys. I'm going to pivot over to puts here at the 664 level. Sorry, 665 level. And if you ever are confused about what level I'm taking, it's always going to be the first option in the money. First, zero days to expiration, today's expiration in the money. All right, we are making, okay. $21 points down. All right, I'm going to jump on this put. I'm in, punch it. We're sitting right on 66.50. So if it bounces, I'm not going to like that. Yeah, there's a bounce. Back in the range. $66.55 is where we bounced to so far. Yeah, I don't like it. Back to 66.58. A little bit of a red candle here. A little bit of volume picking up. See if we can get that price to come down under the average. That would be great. $56. $55. Come on. Let's go. we go. Come on. Time and sales picking up. Thank you, BD. Nice. All right, I'm out here. Punch it. That's a break even. Like 1% up. Let's see. Actually, 2%. Big whoop. And the reason I jumped out there is because of this test of 6650. Looks like it might try to break it, but I'm not. I went ahead because we bounced at that 6650 before. I went ahead and took that teeny little win just in case we got that bounce again. We'll get in again if it looks good. All right. A win on a Friday is a win. Yeah. Good point. All right. I'm looking at 664 puts. We are breaking the 6650 area. I'm not in. I'm going to go ahead and jump in one more time on these puts. I'm in. Punch it. I'm out. Punch it. That's 3%. Jeff got 8%. System must be lagging. Good for you, though. Good for you. BD. ES hit 6647. Sure did, BD. Right there on this candle. And I think we're going lower because the next stop is was 66. What did I say? 26 or 30? We'll go look at that in just a minute. Coming down some more. VIX climbing 27.4. What a bull trap today, guys. What a bull trap. This is why it's so important, in my opinion, to be in these types of markets, I'm almost all in cash, and I am trading the full value of my account almost every day. And the reason for that is I want to be able to pivot as needed, especially as we move into, in my opinion, a bear market in 2026. It's my opinion that we move into a bear market in 2026. So that's why for me, it's important to just be able to pivot on a daily and an intraday basis. Just shift positions when the market does something different. Just if you're on the wrong side of it, get out and get on the right side. You will make money that way. Trust me. All right, let me look again. I had a 66, I think 26 area I was looking at on SPX, and now I forget why. So let me go look at that. Oh, it's our low. It's our low from Monday. That's what it is. 66.36. And that is just 10 points beneath us. I think we're going to have to test that today. Pretty sure we're going to have to test that today. We also have a low in pre-market on the SPY of like a week ago sitting at 656. I don't know that that will hit today, but that will also need to be tested. 664 puts I'm looking at. Not in them yet. I'm just looking to see. I think maybe on this leg, on this push, we might go hit that low from Monday. There's a jump. Good, 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 good. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Little somebody jumped in there. The plunge protection team said, nope. Let's see what we do here. We might pivot over to calls if we get a strong push up here. I am going to pivot to calls at the 665 level. 664, I should say, sorry. I'm going to jump in these calls. I'm in, punch it. Okay. Well, I hope that wasn't an inducement candle. I don't like those. Came right back down. $66.52 is what it tried to recover. It was back to the trying to recover the $66.50. That's why I jumped in. But I don't like this reversal here. If we break the low here, I'll jump out at a loss. Let's see what we get. Just kind of holding here. Let's see. Again, if we come down to the low, I'll jump out. $66.50. Yeah. There's a little bit of an inducement candle there. Looked like they were trying to defend 66.50. They could still be. Let's see. Oil took a bounce down. Thanks, Jeff. Money bag has been hit. We'll see. We will see. $66.53 where we're sitting right now. Good morning, Mel. Thanks. Hi, Gavilan. Good to see you. Good morning, Craig. Good to see you. All right, we're breaking the low here. Let's watch and see. $44. Just waiting to see if they're trying to form a little bottom here. If we start to lose this bottom, I'm out. $46. We're not losing it just yet, but we're barely hanging on. Sitting at 46. Right. Trying to hold. Let's see if we can push. $48. See if we can jump up and grab that 50. Come on. Back to 44. Does look like a little bottom wanting to try to form here, so I'm trying to be patient. I don't like the price action at all. $47. Come on now. Give us a push. Gavilan, I am in a call, yes, and it's not doing well. I'm just about ready to cut my losses here. You're welcome. Right, there we go. It was a little relief. $44, $45. All right, we're trying. It looks like we're trying to hold, so I'm still hanging on by my teeth. Here we go. 46, 47. There's a little push. There we go. It's a bit of a challenge here, that's for sure. 47, 48. It's better. 49, 48. Come on. All right, little push here. Back to 51. $48. And we are getting close to the end of the stream. Well, we are at the end of the stream. This is my plan. We lose this low here, I'm out. It'll probably be a 35 or 40% loss. Otherwise, I'll wait and see if we can hit this high of this candle right here at 665.2. That's my plan on this trade. And we will be back on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And hate to drop in the middle of a trade, but you know where I'm going to get in and where I'm going to get out, or excuse me, I'm already in, where I'm going to get out for the bottom, where I'm going to get out for the top. So right here, the bottom at 663.0, and also looking for a top here at 665.2. So that's what I'm watching for on this trade. Here we go. It's moving up a little bit. So follow along. Don't hold losses all day. It's not worth it. Take your loss and don't have a bad weekend. Have a good weekend. And remember what's important. Love your friends and family. Enjoy your time. It's all we've given is this little gift of time that we have here. So on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for joining.